My name is Agani Moses Omna. I'm a student of the Federal University of Petroleum Resources, F1, Warri Delta State, and I'm representing SP Vupi chapter.
Speaking on energy solutions to ensure a better tomorrow.
We'll be talking about energy and how energy can be able to help fuel our tomorrow and better our tomorrow. Now we have various sources of energy. We have the renewable energy and we have the non-renewable energy. When we're talking about renewable energy, we are talking of likes of sun, wind, biomass. Biomass is one of the most important aspects of renewable energy because it talks about our biological organism, how they are able to being reused after they have been decomposed by microorganisms. In delivering energy, electricity is one of the vital aspects. We've heard from research that from the point in which electricity is generated to the point in which it is consumed, 10% is always lost. And because of this, the efficiency is being reduced. So now, in order for you to be able to this, deliver this energy efficiency, we have what we call the HTS cables. This HTS cable is what we call high temperature superconductivity cable. It is used instead of our high voltage cables in order to reduce the resistance that caused by our high voltage cables, so that in order to make electricity being delivered at a very long range. Now we also have what we call our nanotech. This nanotech brings about conversion of big matters into small pieces of matter in order to help and increase the efficiency. One of the challenges that is being faced in the oil and gas industry is what we call the environmental challenge, because we have seen that it has caused what we call the greenhouse effect. It has also created what we call global warming. But when with the creation of what we call clean coal technology, which brings about removing the ash that is being generated by this coal. Coal normally generates tons of billions of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, which in turns causes many of these environmental challenges. But with creation of the clean coal technology, the ashes are being washed out and then conserved and regenerated for better home and industrial uses.
Energy is essential to life and all living organisms.
Energy is very essential. It is embedded in everything we do. When we look at the works, the phones, the motorcycles, everything we are involved in our day to day involves energy. Now, let us look at how energy now can be able to help fuel and better our tomorrow. Energy has in energy industry has really helped us in advancing our civilization of the modern days. We see that we have so much conserved energy from light that we can be able to use to be able to create electricity. We talk about the solar panels. Solar panels are used nowadays to create electricity that will be able to help reduce and conserve energy that are supposed to be wasted. We also have a generation of electricity using our coal. We see hydropower. These are places in which energy has been used in order to make and increase the efficiency of our civilization. Now, let's look at many of the energy technology. In the oil and gas industry, energy has been conserved in what we call hydrofracking. Hydrofracking is simply in using high pressure fluid in order to crack rocks so as to be able to create and extract the oil and gas that are being stored in these rocks.
Seismic waves, the same type of waves used to study earthquakes, are also used to explore deep underground for reservoirs of oil and natural gas.
We also have what we call seismic technology. Technology is all about using sound waves in order to search for oil and gas, in order to advance our oil and gas exploration. We use sound waves, penetrate them into the deep part of the earth in order to get those sub-hidden parts, oil and gases that are being covered by salt domes. These oil and gas that are being hidden cannot be gotten from ordinary other exploration methods, but with the use of the seismic technology we are able to find deep oil that are found meters and feet away from the surface of the earth.
Sustainable energy is a form of energy that meet our today's demand of energy without putting them in danger of getting expired or depleted and can be used over and over again.
Sustainability is keeping and maintaining our energy in order to meet our growing economy. We will also have to have a vast increase in technology in order to sustain and keep this energy. Because when we are talking about keeping, you're also talking about trying how we're able to conserve this energy in order to make it not to be wasted. Using more, using less in order to produce more.
Now, what do we mean by sustainability? Sustainability is all about maintaining the balance between a growing economy and the social responsibilities and relevance of energy in the society. What I mean is that it means meeting the needs of the present generation and without compromising the needs of the future generation. How is this done? This is done by using what we have efficiently. Now, by an efficient energy production talks about using less and still keeping more for the future. For example, electricity is produced in mine-swept areas like Texas and Alabama in the US, but the electricity has to be supplied all the way to New York and Chicago to, and we'll still be reducing power losses and all those kind of things. How do we do all these things? This is what come about by energy sustainability. We devise means for energy conservation. In the days of coal consumption, when they were still using when steel engine was still in utilization, the coal was burnt. When the coal was after the coal has been burnt and the heat has been and the steam has been released and used to superheat water past the boiling point, the steam was now used to turn a turbine engine which generated electricity that was sent to home. That was a perfect example of energy conservation. Now, these energy conservation techniques have also been modernized and also been re-modified to work in our future, to work in this present and also help us cater for future needs. For example, let's take a look at hybrid cars. Naturally, other cars traditionally lose friction, lose a lot of energy in the form of heat when you hold your brakes, when you move, due to the friction between the road and your tires, your brakes and your metal part engines, the the metal parts of your engines, your gearbox. There are friction everywhere. There is heat energy being generated. But in the hybrid cars, in the hybrid vehicles of these days, the heat energy generated from friction in the movable parts of the machines are transmitted back to the tank, are transmitted back to the energy utilization unit, where it can be the offset for some gasoline. This in turn gives two advantages: less gasoline consumption and more energy consumption from smaller output. Let us take a look at gas flaring, which is one of the problems we are encountering today. Every day there are complaints about the ozone layer, there is sun and this and that and this and that. But take a look at it very closely. The gas that is being wasted in flaring, there are a lot of products that can be made from this gas. If the gas that are channeled to the flare stack can be channeled through some kind of pipe lined with some kind of gas or some kind of liquid or solid that will react to this gas to produce more useful substances.
From all that has been said, you can see that in order for us to sustain and fuel our tomorrow, we need energy sustainability.
Yes, in line with the purpose and mission of SPA, it is mandatory that we use more energy sustainable means and conservable means to sustain and ensure the brighter future for our generation.
We are SSP.